Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cinephiles Assemble, where I, David DeRose, go through my movie collection and talk about it with you, the internet. And welcome back to the final installment in my failed 31 in under 31 Halloween challenge, where I did not succeed in making 31 Halloween-related videos in under 31 days. Sad, but not surprising. Okay guys, I don't think I'm going to get another video out before the election, so please go vote if you haven't voted already. Make a plan to vote. Go there early. Give people rides if they can't make it. Go vote, and if you're on the fence, vote for Joe Biden. I know it's admirable to vote for a third party, but this is not the election to do it in, and this is not the level to do it in right now. Please go vote. I am begging you. And now, on with the show. Today, I go back to full reviews of movies that won my movie bracket contest. Tonight's movie beat out two movies, one a dark comedy about the death of a cat, the other a not very well received movie from the early days of horror icon Wes Craven. That movie is Cinephiles number 172, 1958's The Screaming Skull. This movie comes courtesy of my 50 Horror Classics box set. Told you I'd be coming back to this soon. Now, I have no foreknowledge of this movie at all, so let's jump right in. Now, we open with an ominous warning.
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It may kill you. Therefore, its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull.
Well, it looks like this is setting up to be the perfect movie on which to end the month, and possibly my life. Eric and Jenny, a pair of newlyweds, move into their new house, which just so happens to be the house Eric and his former wife Marion lived in before Marion's quick and sudden death. They meet Mickey, the soft-spoken, dim-witted gardener, who seems to be unhealthily obsessed with Marion. They also meet the local reverend and his wife. Now, this movie has no shortage of scares, like screaming peacocks, or will the reverend fall off a ladder?
Now, please, Oh, Edward, now, don't break your neck.
You're doing great, Reverend. Don't worry.
Good heavens. Honestly, the two of them are just like children.
It seems that both Eric and Jenny have dark and tragic pasts. As I said, Eric's former wife Marion died in an accident running down a wet dirt road. She tripped and bashed her head against a rock wall that everyone still uses as a bench for some reason, and drowns in a pond. Jenny saw both her parents drown as well, and it has scarred her greatly, causing her to have episodes when too stressed. Jenny, it turns out, is also quite wealthy, as we discover in this throwaway line by the Reverend.
Edward, did you know that Jenny's very wealthy?
Oh, yes, Mr. Marr told me in town today.
I am certain that this information will never come up again or become important in any way. Jenny is awoken by a mysterious banging in the night. Her husband, nowhere to be seen, and investigates. Oh, good, it's just a banging window. But what's this? She and Eric, who says he was investigating a strange noise as well, finds a pool of water and a lily leaf on the ground. A lily leaf like the ones in the pond Marion drowned in. The pond Mickey the gardener is always at. Even though he's obsessed with Eric's dead wife and breaks into their house, Jenny tries to make friends with Mickey, who shows her Marion's grave. Later, we see a cabinet creepily open up on its own, revealing its empty contents, and then Jenny closes it. Thanks for that. Riveting stuff. Later that night, Jenny is once again plagued by strange noises echoing throughout the house, and screams. She looks out the window, expecting to see the screaming peacocks, which, now that I think about it, would be infuriating pets to keep. But the peacocks are nowhere to be seen. She investigates the noises and winds up near the cabinet, which once more opens on its own to reveal the eponymous skull, which Jenny throws out the window. Yeah, a random skull appearing. It's creepy, but it's not very menacing. Hoping the noises will stop, Jenny finds they merely intensify and are joined by a knocking, a rapping at her front door. She opens it to find the skull! Hey, at least the skull is courteous. It did knock. She passes out and is later brought to by Eric, who swears there was no skull next to her. Eric and the Reverend search the area, but no skull is found, and Mickey has disappeared. When they find him, Eric accuses him of trying to scare them off and orders him off the premises. Later, feeling it will ease Jenny's mind, Eric suggests they burn the large portrait of Marion hanging in the house. Not only is it a constant presence of his dead wife, but it also reminds her of her dead mother, who she had a, let's say, not a great relationship with.
I grew up loving my father and hating my mother. I used to lie awake at night and wish she would die.
As it burns, a scream is heard, but Eric says it's just the peacocks. Yes, the peacocks. When the painting is done burning, Eric gets Jenny to help clearing the ashes, and in the ashes she finds the skull! Eric swears there is no skull, and she faints. Then he picks up and disposes of the skull in the pond. Gasp. I'm so shocked. This is my shocked face. Things proceed pretty fast from here. The Reverend tells Jenny that he and a group are going to search the entire grounds for the skull, everywhere, and she tells Eric. Eric finds that the skull is no longer in the pond and confronts Mickey about it, who swears that he doesn't have it. But Mickey was lying. He saw Eric dispose of the skull and retrieved it. He shows it to the Reverend, who finally figures out something fishy is going on. Jenny, who is about to leave for a sanitarium, goes out at night to try and find Mickey, hoping to part as friends. But she doesn't find Mickey. However, she does find something else. She runs to the house being chased by the ghost and runs into Eric, who chokes her unconscious, planning to hang her and fake her suicide. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Okay, so clearly this knock is the Reverend who brought the police, and they'll save Jenny at the last minute. The ghost was obviously just a hallucination brought on by the massive stress of it all. This movie is so predictable. Or maybe not. Yeah, this movie takes a massive turn in the last minutes. Apparently there is a ghost? There's literally minutes left in this movie, and the movie pulls this supernatural stuff out of its ass. And there is some terror acting that would make Ed Wood want to do a second take. So Eric winds up being attacked by the skull, which bites him on the neck and forces him into the pond, where he dies. The Reverend assumes that Eric did it all for Jenny's money. Gasp. I am so shocked. This is my shocked face. And that's the Screaming Skull, and man, is this movie dull. It's trying so hard to be something like Rebecca or Suspicion, and just does not have the chops behind it. There's a Mystery Science Theater version of it that I have to believe is more entertaining than this. But hey, it's an hour long. It's not offensive. Both it and the Mystery Science Theater version can be found free on YouTube, so if you're looking for just something to have on, you could do worse. Well, that's Halloween, folks. And you know what? I'm kind of looking forward to leaving Halloween behind. I love horror movies, but there's so many other genres out there that I could be covering. I've got a bunch of comedies on the docket. I've got a science fiction movie. I've got a lot. I still need to get to Batman. So, yeah, don't expect too many reviews in the future involving monsters or killers or witches or wizards. So, nope, none at all. So please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Email me about a movie you'd like me to review or just something you think I'd like. So, until next time, I'm David DeRose, and I am a cinephile. Why are you still on? The review's over. I know what you're doing. It's not going to happen. No. No. You can't make me. You're not going to turn off until I agree, are you? Fine. But I'm not going to enjoy it. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, I review Harry Potter.